When magnates quarrel, the realm trembles and commoners bleed. My beloved Bohemia has been enveloped by a grim shadow, led by the devious and cruel Heinrich of Rosenberg. Some of our more ambitious lords have formed the Now I too have been swept up by this. They call me Jan Žижka, for the eye that I lost in my youth. For most of my life I tended to my family's small estate in Trocnova. While once I inherited the land, I sold it to seek my fortune in Prague, where I became a retainer of the court. Now, with no king to serve and enemies closing in on, having gathered what little I own, I set out into the country. There, in this vibrant land of verdant forests, my enemies take me for a fool, mocking me as one-eyed Žижka. But it is they who cannot see. Like the one-eyed god of whom the men in the far north tell. The Rosenberg scum rule this region from their citadel in the south. We shall tear it down, brick by brick. We will need resources to sustain our army. Harry these lands and rob our enemies so that we might eat instead.
You are a unique specimen, Jan of Trotznova. I shall watch your exploits with keen interest.
This settlement will provide us with meager supplies, but if we are in a pinch, we can burn it and take its stockpiles for our own. We can pasture these cows north of our camp. Their milk will keep our bold fighters strong. This settlement will provide us with meager supplies, but if we are in a pinch, we can burn it and take its stockpiles for our own.
Do zbraně!
Bravo, Jan Žижka, bravo! Take this gold and hire some mercenaries with it.
Do zbraně! Bojujme! Ano. Rozumím. Ano, pane. Do zbraně.
This settlement will provide us with meager supplies, but if we are in a pinch, we can burn it and take its stockpiles for our own.
Rozumím. Do zbraně. Ano, pane, jak žádáš. Rozumím. Jak žádáš. Ano, pane. Rozumím. Jak žádáš. Vašim službám.
What is this? More rats come to spoil our supply stores. Saddle up, my knights. We will have something to say about that. Do you hear the rhythm of boots and the din of thundering hooves? My armies come to stomp you out like the vermin that you are.
Do útoku! Vašim službám, ano. Vašim službám, ano, pane. Do zbraně! Bojujme!
You cover yourself in glory without becoming arrogant, Jan of Trotznova. Now gird your armies with this equipment as well.
Rozumím. Ano, pane, rozumím.
I can appreciate a man who fights valiantly under unfavorable conditions. I offer you these fighting men as a token of my favor. Now bring fire and ruin to our traitorous enemies.
Leave my possessions alone. and I will offer you a quick death. Persist, and I will watch your long and painful demise with glee.
Ano. Ano, pane. Bojujme. Tak jak žádáš. Do útoku. Ano. Ano, pane. Rozumím. Do zbraně.
Bravo, young Žижka, bravo! Take this gold and hire some mercenaries with it.
This convoy will never reach Heinrich's castle. This settlement will provide us with meager supplies. But if we are in a pinch, we can burn it and take its stockpiles for our own.
K vašim službám. Ano. Do útoku.
We can pasture these cows north of our camp. Their milk will keep our bold fighters strong. Protect this market. We cannot obtain another.
Do you hear the rhythm of boots and the din of
Rozumím.
thundering
Jak žádá.
hooves?
Rozumím. Ano, pane.
My armies come to stomp you out
Vašim
like
službám.
the
Jak
vermin
žádáš.
that you are.
Rozumím. Ano, pane. Do zbraně. Ano, jak žádáš. Ano, pane. Bojujme. K vašim službám. Ano, jak žádáš. K vašim službám. Do útoku.
We can use these buildings to support our bands of raiders. We can pasture these cows north of our camp. Their milk will keep our bold fighters strong. We can use these buildings to support our bands of raiders.
K vašim službám.
We can use these buildings to support our bands of raiders.
Ano, ano, pane. Rozumím. Bojujme.
Do you hear the rhythm of boots and the din of thundering hooves? My armies come to stomp you out, like the vermin that you are.
You cover yourself in glory without becoming arrogant, Yana Trotznova. Now gird your armies with this equipment as well.
This settlement will provide us with meager supplies. But if we are in a pinch, we can burn it and take its stockpiles for our own.
Bojujme!
I can appreciate a man who fights valiantly under conditions. I offer you these fighting men as a token of my favor. Now bring fire and ruin to our traitorous enemies.
Bojujme! Do útoku! Vašim službám! Bojujme! Do útoku! Co přikazuješ? Rozumím. Ano, pane. Žádáš. Co přikazuješ? Do útoku! Ano, ano, pane. Bojujme! Do útoku!
A pack of weasels assails my castle walls. Guards, bring any survivors to my dungeon. Soon the cells will ring with the sweet sound of anguish.
Your demented sadism is at an end, Henrik. I am here to dispatch you to the fires of hell.
Bravo, Jizka, bravo! Take this gold and hire some mercenaries with it.
Ano, rozumím. Bojujme! Do útoku! Ano, přikazuješ. Ano, ano, pane. Do útoku! Do zbraně!
You cover yourself in glory without becoming arrogant, Yana Trotznova. Now gird your armies with this equipment as well.
Ano, rozumím, jak žádáš. Rozumím. Ano, pane. Rozumím. Bojujme! Do útoku!
You think me doomed, you rat? But I left the castle long ago.
Justice pursues you at the point of a blade, Henrik. Run while you can, you lousy fiend. It is strangely gratifying to destroy the livelihoods of those who have extinguished your own. While I was busy razing the Rosenberg fortress to a smoldering ruin, Heinrich's forces captured a mercenary. I came too late to rescue him, and my rash decision left me chained in a cell, awaiting my grim fate. I can only... Just as all hope fades, an angel swoops in to deliver the desperate from the abyss. Such is the way of things. Jan Sokol, my patron and benefactor, is now also my savior. The generous man who backed my expeditions exhorted King Wenceslaus, now restored to the throne, to demand that I be spared from a horrific death. After securing my release, Sokol bestowed yet another honor upon me and made me an officer in his army of sellswords. Now I march at the head of that force. But for now, our sights are not set on Bohemia. To the northeast, a savage conflict has erupted between two age-old enemies.
We will secure your center against Teutonic attacks, your highness. Zhishka, prepare the troops, for it shall be on this bright day that the bold men of Bohemia prove their worth.
Our Grandmaster Ulrich sends you these two swords, so that you might find your courage, and not delay the clash any longer. If you lack space to deploy your ranks, we shall be glad to cede you some.
We accept your swords and land as an omen of victory. For the powers in whose name we fight do not look favorably upon the prideful and arrogant.
This is a day for battle, not despair.
Right you are, Vytautas. Take your Lithuanian forces and draw out the enemy flank.
Forward, men! Lietuva! The Lithuanian rabble is attacking. Christ ist erstanden!
Vytautas retreats to bait the enemy out of line. Hit them now, Zawisza! Bogorodžica!
Far too long have I rested in the shade. Now is the hour to draw my dread blade.
Go forth now and crush these fools! Gott mit uns!
Jsem připravena.
Ano, ano, pane. Rozumím, jak žádáš. Bojujme! Do zbraně! Rozumím, jak žádáš. Rozumím, jak žádáš. Co přikazuješ? Žádáš.
Pravdu díš. Stavím.
Ano. Pravdu díš. Stavím. Ano, rozumím. Ano, pane. Rozumím, jak žádáš. Rozumím. Vaše jak žádáš. Rozumím. Ano. Žádá. Vykonám to. Stavím. 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 Stavím.
Co žádáš? Stavím. 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 Robím v dolu.
Co přikazuješ? K vašim službám. Ano, čepu dřevo. Ano, vykonám. Robím dolů. Stavím. Ano, jak žádáš. Rozumím. Ano, pane. Jak žádáš. Rozumím. Rozumím, jak žádáš.
Greatest swordsman of the age has been bested. Woe to the Order! Woe to our fallen brothers!
Our enemies are not invincible. Pour forth in numbers and drive them to the brink.
Rozumím. Bojujme. Do útoku.
Dobím dolů.
Jsem připravená. Ano. Pravdu díš. Ano. Stavím. Stavím.
Do zbraně.
Jsem připraven.
Jsem připravená.
Ano. Budíš.
Co žádá? Vykonám to.
Co žádáš? Vykonám to. Stavím. Štěpu dřevo.
K vašim službám. Jak žádáš. Ano. K vašim službám. Co přikazuješ? Do útoku! Ano. Bojujme! Ano, pane. Bojujme! Žádáš. Do útoku! Rozumím. Bojujme! Do útoku! Žádáš. Bojujme! Rozumím. Do útoku! Žádáš. Do zbraně! Žádáš. Do útoku! Ano. Ano, pane. Rozumím. Jak žádáš. Bojujme. Služba. Do zbraně. Bojujme. Do útoku. Ano. Bojujme.
Ano.
Jsem připravená. Co žádáš? Budíš. Budiš. Stavím. 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 Stavím.
Jsem připraven. Stavím.
Jsem připravena. Stavím. Stavím.
Ano. Stavím. Dař Bůh. Stavím. Ano. Stavím. Co žádáš? Stavím. 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 Dař Bůh. Stavím.
Zdař Bůh. Stavím.
Ano, do zbraně! Co přikazuješ? Jak žádáš? Bojujme! K vašim službám! Co přikazuješ? K vašim službám! Co přikazuješ? Ano, pane! Do zbraně! K vašim službám! Ano, rozumím. Jak žádáš. Do útoku! Bojujme! Ano, pane. Rozumím. Zbraně! Jak žádáš.
Better men than you have tried to kill me. Prepare to taste my bitter wrath and that of God.
K vašim službám.
Grandmaster falls to the fallow earth! A calamitous day!
K vašim službám. Ano, rozumím. Do zbraně! Do útoku! Rozumím. Ano, ano, pane. Jak žádáš. Rozumím. Vašim službám. Bojujme. Do zbraně. Co přikazuješ? Jak žádáš. K vašim službám.
připravena. Co žádáš? Ořu zemi, ořu zemi, ořu zemi, ořu zemi.
Jsem připraven. Ořu zemi.
Ano, rozumím. Jak žádáš. Ano, pane. Ano.
Stát Bůh. Jsem připraven. Ořu zemi. Ořu zemi.
Ano. Vašim službám. Co přikazuješ? Ano, pane. Ano. Jak žádáš. Ano, pane. Rozumím. Do zbraně. Jak žádáš. Do útoku. Ano, pane. Bojujme. Rozumím. Vašim službám. Ano, pane. Rozumím. Co přikazuješ? Vašim službám. Ano, rozumím. Ano, pane.
Marshal! Has God abandoned us in our direst hour?
By the grace of God, we have triumphed on the field of battle today. Gaude Mater Polonia!
Our victory was terrible, but great. For decades, travelers will be stunned by the graveyard left by this clash of arms, the greatest in living memory. With it... Great. For decades, with the Teutonic army crushed, we lost no time in pressing our advantage. The castle of Rodzi, my patron Jan Sokol, who had become almost like a second father to me, perished. A joyous affair it was for the Polish king and his allies, but for us, it was a melancholy end. Despite my skill as a commander, I cannot say that I am a great man. But I was fortunate. Hus saw through the hypocrisies of our leaders and criticized them openly. The clergy and nobility, he said, exploited the common folk and denied them the... Hus was charged with heresy, and the Holy Roman Emperor Sigismund pledged him safe passage to Constance to defend himself. But the foul knave reneged on his word and handed Hus over for execution. The tidings of Hus's brutal end sent Bohemia into a frenzy. With unbridled rage, we Hussites stormed the town hall in Prague. Powerless to contain the chaos, King Wenceslaus died of shock, causing the hated Sigismund to lay claim to the throne. Now, as we prepare for all-out war, some Hussites have journeyed to the south and rebuilt an abandoned... I marched to join them, but our route is fraught with peril. A league of ruthless noblemen known as the Iron Lords have sworn death to any Hussite if we are to survive an onslaught of armored knights. These untrained commoners will have to turn wagons into weapons and fight in a way never seen before. March on the double, Hussites! The Iron Lords are hot on our tail!
Bojujme, jak žádáš. Ano.
To a maelstrom,
Vaši
Jan.
pozvání.
Prepare to face the wrath of the Iron Lord.
Do útoku. Bojujme. Do zbraně. Bojujme.
This bridge is one route to Tabor, but it is heavily guarded. Perhaps we should sneak through the swamps to the southeast instead.
Bojujme. Do útoku. Bojujme.
So, you heretics seek to creep through the marsh like a nest of adders. The Iron Lord's cavalry will rip you out like a clump of reeds, root and stem.
Steady on, Hussites! We have them right where we want them. Close formation and prepare to fire!
Bojujme. Do útoku. Bojujme. Do útoku. Bojujme. Rozumím.
Welcome, Jan Žижka. Our fortress is yours. Just lead us to victory over these predatory noblemen and flush them out of their tall castles.
Your feeble pile of stones will not save you from the Iron Lords, Jizka. True warriors from real castles now issue forth against you.
Štěpu dřevo.
Our scouts have mapped the region and located several of the Iron Lord's estates. Our weapons and supplies are few, but perhaps we can seize what we need from our enemies.
Ano. Ano, pane, bojujme. Zbraně.
Jsem připraven. Ano. Stavím.
Ano, ano. Robím dolu.
No wound daunts this one-eyed warrior. I will soon be back. Mark my words.
Ano, budíš. Stavím.
Commoners though we may be, Hussites fight for a cause. Through sanctity and fervor, your villagers will prove hardy in the face of enemy attacks.
Just look at all of these valuable resources, my fighters. Feast your eyes and then your stomachs.
Stealing supplies! Be warned, the Iron Lords take the hands of thieves.
We have seized valuable equipment from this arsenal. Arm yourselves, brothers.
You have pilfered some elegant weapons, Jan Žижka. But surely you do not presume that foolish peasants could actually know how to brandish such fine armaments.
We have seized valuable equipment from this arsenal. Arm yourselves, brothers. Just look at all of these valuable resources, my fighters. Feast your eyes and then your stomachs.
seized valuable equipment from this arsenal. Arm yourselves, brothers. Just look at all of these valuable resources, my fighters. Feast your eyes, and then your stomachs.
Word has it that the castle in Sedlets lies in ruin. The Iron Lords cannot believe this disgrace.
We have seized valuable equipment from this arsenal. Arm yourselves, brothers. Look at all of these valuable resources, my fighters. Feast your eyes, and then your stomachs. We have seized valuable equipment from this arsenal. Arm yourselves, brothers.
Also endured the martyrdom of the people of Prahatitsa! The Iron Lords curse you, Hussites!
With the Iron Lords defeated, we have made safe our new citadel. A small flame of hope now glows in the vast darkness of ignorance.
On the marshy plains of Sudomierz, a rabble of peasants became a disciplined army. Crouched behind a wall of wagons, 400 Hussites broke charges of. As castle after castle fell, we exacted our grim vengeance. Only one man survived our sack of Sedlets, a lord. Within the smithies and arsenals of the Iron Lords lay enough weapons to equip a small army. As my Hussites took these with faith, discipline, and my astute leadership on the battlefield, the Hussite movement could